Hi, welcome and welcome back to Hair Diaries YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to achieve this look with the use of a crochet hook or without a crochet hook. So let's get right into the video. So my client came with her hair in her natural state, so I blowed it out just so that it could be a bit easier for me to part it and so that it's not so painful for her. I only used 2 packs of this springy water wave twist hair in the inch 24 inches. I find that 2 packs is more than enough whether you're doing it small or big. I also used 1 strand per twist in the first 2 rows, and then after the first 2 rows I used 1 full strand and a half of a strand for the twist. So we will be doing brick layering. I will be doing 2 rows in the back and I will be doing 4 rows, 4 or 5 rows. Oh no, I'm actually doing 5 rows in the front. Sorry guys, because she wanted it medium. Usually I like to pre-part just so that I can have an idea of how much braids I am doing, and also pre-parting saves time in the long run because your parts are already parted out for you, so when it's time for you to get to that row you just have to refine it, make it neat by putting some edge and straightening it out, and that's it. So let's get into the first 2 rows. So this is underneath the air. I will be doing 2 rows and I will be starting off with only 3 braids in the first row. So right now I am just straightening it out and making sure that it is even with the other parts that I will be doing above it. Now that my part is straight, I will be using instant edge control for this style. This is how it looks. It has like a sticky, but it's not like a thick consistency, but it's very sticky. Personally, I like to part out the parts within the rows just so that I can make sure that they are even. So that is what I am doing in this clip. For this method, start by braiding a single braid. However, when you are braiding this single braid, make sure that you are braiding it very tightly. Make sure that as you braid down, the braid itself is tight together. Do not braid it loosely. If you braid it loosely, when you go to put the spring twist hair through the root of the braid, it will make it even more loose, thus causing for the root of your braid to be loose. So once that is complete, you're going to take your twist and you're going to crochet one side through. Pull it, then you're going to make it a little uneven because you're going to make one side a little longer than the other side, like how I have on the right side, because the longer side is what will be wrapped around the base. So when you wrap, you want to wrap, but you want to make sure that you're wrapping it very tightly and you're wrapping in a downward motion. You do not want to wrap the same part over and over and over. So once you wrap in a downward motion and you cover the part that is braided, you are going to split the hair in 2, the actual braid in 2, and you're going to just start twisting. If you braided it down a little too far, you can either choose to loose out the braid, or you can just continue to wrap it down until it is covered. But you're just going to just twist regular going down. I find that the realistic watch wave springy twist hair that I'm using has more of a natural shine and a natural texture to it. So I find that when I braid clients who have more kinkier and curlier hair textures, when I use that brand, it blends more seamlessly versus when I use like Watch Wave by Freetress. I find that the Freetress, I would only use it for clients who have more straighter and sleeker types of hair. But people who have more natural hair, I would use this brand versus one that is more sleeker. Just in terms of it blending together with the client's natural hair, because it is a twist. And when you go to the end, you just continue braiding. You just continue twisting, and that's it. It's really just simple. So for this method, I will be braiding in the curly hair into the root of the braid. So that's why no crochet hook is required for this method. So to begin this method, you want to separate the hair into 3 equal pieces, and you're going to place the curl in between whichever side you feel most comfortable. Because I mostly add in hair on the right side, that is the side that I am adding it in to do my braid. So once you have it placed there, you're going to just braid, but you want to braid it tightly. You see how I'm pulling as I braid? So the reason why I'm pulling as I braid is so that it could just securely stay in place, and so that the braid is tight and not loose. So I'm not braiding too far down, but I find that this method allows for the base to be a lot more sleeker and neat. And you do the same concept where you take the longer side and you twist it around. You twist in a downward motion, and you twist to cover the braid underneath. Once you have covered it, you split it in two and you twist down. So whichever method speaks to you or you find is much easier for you to achieve is the method that I would suggest for you to do. Also, you can do the same thing with rubber band, meaning that you can put the rubber band, instead of braiding the hair, you can put a rubber band and you can just crochet it through and wrap it down. However, I just don't like the idea of the rubber bands because sometimes it breaks the client hair. I would suggest the rubber band if you're doing it like really, really big. But other than that, I just find this method to be much better. But honestly, it just comes down to personal preference. But that is basically how I do this style, and as you will see throughout the rest of the video, I just chose to do the second method, which is just braiding it in instead of braiding it in then crocheting. I find that sometimes crocheting it in is a bit annoying because sometimes the hair gets tangled, and I just like to braid it in. It's just easier for me. But like I always say, do what is the best for you and what feels the best for you. So this is just another look of me doing the second method again, if you didn't get it the first time. But you guys see how I'm pulling as I braid it? That is what I mean when I say braid it tightly. Like, pull as you braid each strand. And it's okay to start over if it's not looking the way that you want it to look. The rest of this video will just simply be me just twisting sped up. Alright, this is the end results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Ciao.